You're listening to the Every Student, Every Day podcast with me, Jim Franchini, Superintendent of the Averill Park Central School District. Welcome to this episode of the Every Student, Every Day podcast. Every year, as a school, we induct new members into our National Honor Society, and we thought we'd have the National Honor Society officers and new members on the podcast, as their ceremony was just recently last week, and we're excited to welcome them here to the podcast to talk about their experience with NHS. So why don't we start with our introductions? Why don't we start with our two officers? Would you guys like to introduce yourselves? Tell us your name and your role within NHS.
Hi, my name is Kaylee Mieczkowski. I'm a senior and I'm Vice President of the National Honor Society.
And hi, I'm Hazel Miller. I'm also a senior and I'm Secretary of National Honor Society.
Great. Thank you to the two of you for joining us. And we have two of our new members joining us. Would you two like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Jordan Bernstein and I'm a junior.
Hi, I'm Abby Hazel and I'm also a junior.
Great. Welcome and congratulations to our newest members. So let's get started. We'll go right to our officers. What is it like? What does being a member of the Honor Society mean to you personally? And what does it mean kind of being in this role? Can you talk to our listeners about that?
Personally, being a part of the National Honor Society is more than just the title. It's about upholding the responsibilities and actively incorporating each pillar, leadership, scholarship, service, and character, into our everyday lives. I would say it's really given me the opportunity to grow as a person while also being able to make a positive impact on my school and my community.
Excellent. Thank you. What has been your favorite part so far? Like, is there a project or a service activity or something you've done as a member of NHS that really kind of stands out?
Well, last year we did this service activity where we watched just like the young children from our town here at the high school while their parents went out Christmas shopping. The activity was open to anyone, but a lot of NHS kids helped organize it, and we got to spend the night playing games with the kids and watching movies, just so that their parents had some time to themselves to feel a little bit less stressed out about the holiday season. And I think this is something that we plan to do this year again.
What advice would you give to this year's inductees now that you have gone through this and you're trying to balance your academics, the service, the leadership? How do you go about making sure you're kind of checking all those boxes?
I would encourage the inductees just to be as organized as possible while also making time for just themselves. I started my junior year feeling overly stressed with my classes and thinking about college, all while still trying to maintain and figure out how to uphold the responsibilities of NHS. I think it's extremely easy and common to feel overwhelmed with those responsibilities, but I learned that prioritizing time towards your grades and really putting in your best effort with everything you do helps focus your attention on just what needs to get done. And I also think it's important for them to just take time to themselves to relax their minds from all of the stress that it handles during the school day. And I think that just really staying organized and on top of their grades while finding a healthy way to unwind from all of that is really going to help them stay balanced and have a good mindset in NHS this year.
That is fantastic advice for the new members and I think for anyone listening. So thank you. What cause or community issue are you passionate about and would you like to see NHS focus on?
So for myself and my peers, I think that we're really passionate about strengthening school spirit and community. I believe that when students feel connected to their school and to one another, they're more motivated to participate in classes and extracurriculars, and strong school spirit fosters unity. And I think that increases my peers' sense of belonging. And I think that's really important for especially the high school, as we're gonna leave soon, we're seniors, we're gonna graduate soon. So I think I'm just really trying to hold on to the community. And I think that how we're gonna focus more on this cause is we're gonna organize a couple events this year, initiatives to bring students together across different grades, clubs, backgrounds, like service projects, spirit weeks, some mentorship programs, to just really promote school pride and strengthen the relationships that make our high school community thrive as a whole.
That's fantastic. It's certainly an important thing, right? You want to make sure the community stays together and you're bringing the whole building together. That's fantastic. So NHS has 4 pillars that guide everything you do. Can you kind of name them, explain to them, maybe talk about which one resonates with you the most? But what are those pillars, and maybe give us a little bit idea of what they incorporate?
Yeah, so the 4 pillars of National Honor Society are scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Scholarship is obviously your grades, maintaining above a 90 average, participating in classes. Service is community service, helping others, helping your neighbors, volunteering, but also just day-to-day things, like maybe your neighbor, it's like really snowy, so you shovel their driveway, you just help out any way you can to just make the community a better place. Leadership would be taking initiative in sports, clubs, in class, like answering questions if no one's participating. Leadership just really helps everyone strive to be their best selves, I think, and everyone can be a leader in their own way. And then the one that resonates with me the most is character, because I think that character is the trait that is the foundation for all of the 4 pillars. I think that you can't truly have good scholarship, service, or leadership without strong moral character. And as I graduate and go forward in my life, I understand that I may not always be a leader. I'm obviously my academic career. I hope to go to college, but after that, I'm not going to be a scholar as much. But I always hope to maintain my strength of character and always know what's right and what's wrong and take care of everybody.
That's a great overview and really a good description of those 4 pillars for those who are not familiar with them. And I think that's a great one that resonates with you. Kind of more of a fun question. If you could invite a famous leader or a role model to speak to the Honor Society, who would you choose? Anyone?
This might be a little bit niche, but I would choose singer-songwriter Jack Johnson. If anyone of our listeners is familiar with Curious George, he wrote the song in Curious George, like the theme song. He's a successful musician, environmental activist, philanthropist, and he uses his platform to help others. He promotes sustainability and education. Him and his wife, they live in Hawaii, and they have founded the Koka Hawaii Foundation, the All at Once initiative, and it just, both of those help to strengthen the community and the environment, and he demonstrates a strong commitment to giving back with his platform that he's gained. He's really calm, really genuine. He's a very laid-back person, but I think that he would inspire NHS students to use their talents and leadership skills to make a positive impact on their community.
Fantastic. Sounds like a great choice. So switching over to our newly inducted members, and again, congratulations. How did you feel when you found out you were selected, and what qualities do you think kind of helped you get to this position? I mean, there is a process that you have to go through, and it's certainly a great accomplishment. So can you talk to us a little bit how you felt and what led you to being accepted, do you think?
When I got accepted to the National Honor Society, I was extremely excited. And I was excited for the opportunity that I knew it'd give me a chance to be able to push myself and not only like grow as a student, but also grow as a person. And then some qualities that I think that definitely helped me earn this honor was the ability to stay motivated and my drive to help others. I think that these qualities are both like very important and are serious and will be able to help me through my year in NHS.
Thank you. So we talked earlier about the pillars and had a great explanation and description of them. Can you share a story or an example maybe of how you've put one of them into action? Is there something that you can think about as you reflect back that you've done that kind of connects to those pillars?
I would say the qualities of character that I show are more than just like a story or example. I'd say it's more than my everyday life. And I think one of the most important things is to be like true to yourself and be the person that you want everyone to know about you. And when no one's watching or when people are watching, so behind closed doors, who you want to be. And I think that character is something that stays with you throughout each of the pillars. One example would be that after school every day for the school year for the fall, I stayed after to help and volunteer with the modified cross country team to like hopefully not only like improve them as athletes, but also as people and to grow their characters as well. And I think that this is not only like important for me to do outside of school, but also for me to just like be able to look back on and be like feel accomplished with not just doing like nothing after school or being able to help younger kids and hopefully grow them into good people as well.
Yeah, excellent. That's a great example. Thank you for sharing that. What are you most looking forward to now that you're a member?
Now that I'm a member of National Honor Society, I'm really looking forward into new volunteer opportunities because, as the officers mentioned before, they're really putting a focus on more service this year. And I think that any new type of volunteering would be fun just to be able to help others.
That sounds like a great thing to look forward to, a cool opportunity to kind of get some ideas and do some new things. So you've obviously been inspired to lead and to serve. Who would you point to as someone who has inspired you to join this group that focuses on leadership and service?
For me, I would definitely say my mom. She's always fostered a community to make sure that I've made an impact and helped the community I'm in. So to be able to have the opportunity to go and show the leadership skills that I've learned and be able to use them and apply them in my own community, that was a big deal.
Excellent. Very nice. I'm sure your mother will be very happy to hear that. What's one area of community service that you would like the Honor Society to explore more? Is there something that kind of, for you as new members, you think would be a good area to go into?
I know in the past, a lot of NHS members have been tutors, and I think that's a huge opportunity, not only to help kids in your own grade, but even younger kids, just to help enhance like what they've been learning and to be able to pass the knowledge that you know. This not only will help me with like my leadership skills, but how to connect with other kids in my school and in my school district.
Great. Excellent. Thank you. So we kind of went with a little bit of a more fun question for the officers. For our new inductees, if the Honor Society had a theme song, what would you make that theme song? What would it be?
I'd probably say Count on Me by Bruno Mars. I think this like song fully encompasses like 3 of the pillars, such as leadership, service, and character. It kind of shows that you're there for others. So not only can you lead for others, but you can set an example and serve for your own community. So, I mean, if you're counting on another one, it's showing that we're all here together as one cohort, but we're also helping other people who may not be in the National Honor Society.
Wonderful. Nice. So we also have a new advisor. So why don't we have you, if you would, introduce yourself, just tell our listeners name, what you do here in Averill Park and how long you've been with us, those type of things.
Yeah, so my name is Gabriel Smith. I'm a social studies teacher here at the high school, at Averill Park High School. I've been with the district now, this is my 20th year here at Averill Park. 21st year teaching. I taught middle school in a very small school district out in Western New York for a little while. Here at Averill Park, I've had the pleasure of working with a lot of students in NHS, many of the officers as well as some of the new inductees. Yeah, so it's my first year coming in as advisor for the National Honor Society, taking over for Mr. Colbert, who was the advisor previously. I've filled different roles throughout the years as advisor, and this role came up as a way to help. And I kind of lived a lot of my life living out that pillar of service and scholarship, and I felt, this would be a great fit. The two things I feel very passionately about, scholarship and service. And so just kind of jumped at the opportunity to take on the position. Very happy that I did. It's been an amazing experience so far.
That's great. And thank you for doing that. It's always, we have so many great things here for our students, and none of them can happen if people like yourself don't step up and fill those roles. So we appreciate that for sure. So you just had your first induction ceremony.
Yes.
How did that go? Planning it and then having to kind of be there and run them through the nerves and the anxiety. How was that whole process? It was a wonderful experience.
I think I have to thank our officers, I think, from the get-go, because I think I said this that night. They trained me in how to put on that induction ceremony. And they had only been through it one time previously as inductees. And they really took a lead role in kind of directing me, giving me some guidance, some pointers. It was definitely a lot of work to put it together, a lot of moving pieces. And I've got a lot of people to thank, really. I can't say that I did everything on my own. Mr. Kaylee was a great help. Mrs. Leach was a great help in terms of guidance. Mrs. Perez was an amazing help in terms of putting the necessary pieces together for the ceremony that evening. Mr. Reyes helping us with sound and production, and Ms. Mouzakis was a phenomenal speaker. Our officers reached out to her, and she really helped us tie a lot of things together with her. I think it was a pretty inspirational speech.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, thank you again for your advisorship and for your work on this, and we look forward to a great year. We thank all of our guests, our new inductees, our officers, and certainly our advisor. NHS is a big part of what we do here at APHS, and we thank you for contributing to it and making it what it is. So thank you.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. See you next time on Every Student, Every Day.